Welcome in, everybody, to Grind Time, sponsored by Full Time Fantasy and the FFWC. I'm joined tonight by a bunch of veterans here in the high stakes community and analysts. We have Theo Gremminger, we have the Gildz, we have Adam Krautwurst, we have Jody Smith, and we have Abib here. We're going to be doing a FFWC Playoff Challenge tonight. We had some technical difficulties, but now we are ready to rock and roll. So what this entails for everybody, we have 6 players in this draft room. We have 14 rounds. It is traditional FFWC scoring, so full PPR, no tight end premium. Start 3 wide receivers, but there's no roster restrictions here. So you don't need to start a defense or a kicker if you don't wish. Jody, you're on the clock. 12 seconds, buddy.
All right.
So I'm going to pull up the board here for everybody to see. How's everyone doing tonight?
Wonderful.
So board here for everybody. First pick was Patrick Mahomes by Jody. I was wondering how fast Patrick Mahomes was going to go tonight.
Well, it's not. You hate to go quarterback this early, but in my eyes, in this format, since it looks like to me Kansas City is pretty much guaranteed an extra game because Tennessee, all they got to do is beat Houston to get the number 1 seed. So by my math, Patrick Mahomes should be the number 1 scorer in this format. So that's the logic behind it. Strictly math.
It's science.
70% of the time it's right, 100% of the time. We have Gildz. Ooh, Gildz just selected Cooper Kupp.
Oh, wow.
I don't think that needs much explanation. What do you think, Gildz?
3 games for sure. And I think they could be a dark horse to make the Super Bowl also. So 4 games of Cooper Kupp. It's a strong pick, I think.
Yep, and especially in a 3 wide receiver start. So I like the pick. Ooh.
Obviously. No explanation needed there.
Yeah, Josh Allen, no explanation needed. I followed up with Devontae Adams. The man who just cost me a lot of money, but it's okay. I still love the guy.
Najee Harris is the guy that got me on Monday. That meaningless touchdown.
It got a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still praying for a half a point stat correction to overtake Chad and win the leagues for $20,000. So keeping those fingers crossed. So for those of you just tuning in, we are doing a FFWC Playoff Challenge Draft. So far, it's been pretty quarterback heavy in the first 5 picks. We have Mahomes, Allen, and Rodgers going with the first 3 out of 5 picks. Cooper Kupp and Devontae Adams were the other picks here. Theo's on the clock with back-to-back picks.
So just so people know too, like we don't need like Super Bowl isn't double scoring. So
correct.
You know, to me it's just about total games. You know what I mean? Like the bye to me kind of hurts teams unless you think they're going to go all the way and smash every single one. So that's kind of why I passed on Adams at least, and Rodgers.
Yeah, for me, Adams was a player. I still think Green Bay has a chance to win it all, and that bye, I believe, will make it up in the tail end. Get an extra game at the end. So we'll see how it goes down. But I like the thought process there, Adam. I agree. You may be hindering yourself if you don't get that extra game at the end. Theo takes Travis
Billy,
Kelce
I'm having
here.
a little problems putting in the second pick.
Okay, what's going on?
I'm clicking on. Oh, here it is. Now it's
perfect.
It's working now. Excuse me.
And this is best ball too, right, Billy?
Yeah, it's optimized lineup. You don't need to pick starters every week, which is nice. It'll automatically start your best players like best ball. So it is best ball. Yes, to answer your question.
Perfect.
You're on deck.
Abib takes Tyreek Hill.
You have 4 games out of Tyreek.
Yeah, for sure.
And for those of you who are tuning in, we're
not
just
3
at this
games,
point estimating who's going to be the final teams. We just wanted to get this out to people early so you're able to see what this entails, what the draft boards look like, what the rooms look like. And we're just going to do our best guess here as high stakes players and analysts to assume who's going to be making the playoffs of those last picks. It's my pick, isn't it?
Yes. I should have started talking.
Okay, get the board back up here.
My goodness. I'm gonna take a guy who already has COVID. So that'll be Mixon flying up my draft board.
Watch, he gets it again.
We don't know what variant he has, so who knows?
Well, Mixon already won you a steak dinner. Let's make it 20 grand, right?
That's right. Let's go. Jared Smola from Draft Sharks will like that. Will like that Joe Mixon pick. He's been on him for a while.
Scott said he likes my Packers Chiefs stack. $14 seconds, Gildz.
I stole Mixon from him. That's what it was. I sniped him.
Ooh, Antonio Brown.
I honestly like the Bengals. If they can get the 4 seed, which I think they will, I don't know. It's so confusing at this point. Like the Titans are like the worst 1 seed ever in the history of the NFL. So according to
but they're sneaky good. Like they just
according
always
to DVOA.
Always in it.
Sure.
But no, I agree. It's not like a super dominant.
Yeah, I like
team,
that, Adam. I think that I was looking at them today. They're like, I feel like that's going to come.
We will see. Mm-hmm. Who's up here?
You're on deck.
Let's do this for people.
Zero RB for Gildz, obviously. Why is it such a hot topic already? We're like 1 day into the pseudo off season and we're already fighting about it. What's going on here?
I think it was in relation to people claiming what won and if it was truly that type of build or not.
First round.
Gildz on the clock.
Fuck it.
Oh yeah, baby. The stack.
So he took Matt Stafford. Adam's on the clock. Godwin's still available, Adam.
Who's that?
Godwin's still available for you.
Sleeper.
I guess I'll go this route.
Can we confirm? Is Terrell Owens in this saying he wants to replace AB? Yeah. Can we draft Terrell Owens?
Ooh, sure.
All right, let's take a look here.
Abib, what happened this year? No three-peat? What happened?
I know.
Back to back to back?
I know, big disappointment for you guys. Sorry, I'm a failure.
That's just what I was thinking too.
Oh, Muzi, you keep sniping me.
That's the good thing, I think. That
killing
means
me,
we're on the
killing
same
me.
page.
Yeah. All right. I got 44 seconds to try. Okay.
Why is Alvin Kamara at the top of this board?
They want you to draft him.
Okay.
or Ingram.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Or Ingram. That's right.
Yeah, so as teams are actually finalized, this pool will be cleaned up as we see
Of course.
only the players that are actually inside the playoffs. So this is a unique. That is really loud. This is a unique situation here tonight since we are drafting.
Not letting me draft.
You what?
Trying to draft the player. It's not letting me draft.
Hit the help button on the right-hand side.
That's what I wanted.
Hit the emergency help button on the right.
Yeah.
Who were you
Derrick
taking,
Henry.
I'll let him know. Okay, you get to pick again now.
All right, see if this
Nice.
will work. Oh, gotta turn off the auto pick. Okay. All right, there we go. All right, I'll take the leap. Leap of faith.
Yeah. Hey, that's a nice pick into the third round. You gotta love it.
They activated his window today.
Yep.
Too many sharks in this draft. At some point, gotta take a gamble.
Well, I appreciate all you guys coming on and doing this draft and taking a look at the site and dipping your toes in.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having us, and I'll definitely do a bunch next week once the lineups are final, or the teams are finalized.
I'm laughing at all the sounds. We're trying to turn them off.
Did we figure out how to do that yet?
I just asked. It's kind of funny. Sorry for everyone watching. It gets pretty loud. We're trying to figure out how to mute it. All right, let's get the board back up here.
Let's do it.
So round 3, Jamar Chase was the first pick, Stafford, and then we have Aaron Jones. I finished my 3 wide receivers with Lamb. Abib has Henry, and then Theo took Tom Brady and Higgins. So everyone's starting to fill out here. A lot of different strategies. So Theo, why don't you walk me through? Why did you take Travis Kelce to first pick, non-tight end premium? Curious.
Shit. Again.
I just liked Kelce. I think he's going to go on a tear.
You're on deck.
I like them to make the Super Bowl. And with that extra game, I think Kelce could absolutely smash. And then I'd like to follow it up with Diggs. I'm very bullish on Buffalo right now. I think Kansas City and Buffalo each can make a run, so I can get some value out of those two.
Okay. Adam, no receivers yet. Curious to see your thought process in a 3 wide receiver league.
I know.
I know. He says. He's like, I'm curious too.
I'm panicking right now.
Oh man.
You're just lucky we don't have to deal with start sits right now, or else you'd be looking at.
Yes, I meant to take Tyler Boyd, in case you're wondering.
Okay.
In these, I like to just try to. I mean, these are different, right? Because these are drafts. You got to take like who kind of falls to you, as opposed to building a lineup. But like, you gotta. To me, my strategy is like trying to find teams. You know what I mean? Like that are just you think are gonna win, or kind of whoever the team that everybody left you with was. Because you can have the best player in the world, but if he's sitting on this couch, he's not going to get you any points.
Yep, I agree. So we're starting to thin out at wide receiver already. We still have a lot out there, but the greats are gone. Adam's like, thanks for reminding me.
There's the Mark Ingram pick. Obviously,
Yes.
there.
Gildz, if you didn't mean to do that, hit the emergency help on the right-hand side. And you see the commissioner's comment because the rankings aren't there yet because we're in kind of limbo right now with the last teams. Make sure to use your team filter and sort by points. Little trick right there for y'all.
Yeah, freaking Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Damn it. This software does not like me. How do you spell
I left it, so maybe I should have said a minute and a half because
there it is.
It's a minute timer for the regular draft, but as we were doing this, I just said, you know what, let's just keep it real. Let's keep it at a minute. But maybe I should have done a minute and a half, so apologize.
Billy, how do you sort by points?
So you can when you collect a team, you can go sort and then by points. So select like position at the left, so go running back, and then go the next tab and go by points, and then select a team.
Oh, okay.
How do we queue on this thing, Bill?
So you can just hit the there's a right next to the player's name. There's that like blue Q button. It looks like an O almost. Just hit that button.
That's what that is. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Got it.
Yeah, it's a good practice right now.
That's right.
That was a screw up on my part, but I guess we'll just ride with it.
Hopkins, you can hit the emergency help button if you need to change it.
Yeah, change that up. You don't want a guy who's not even going to play.
Yeah, I had a mulligan. I only used one, so go ahead and change it. I wasn't going to hit it a second time.
Okay, got it.
Are we waiting? Or
You're on deck.
how far back we running it?
No, just that one pick was fun.
Yeah, so everyone watching, a lot of us are learning this software. A couple of us have already done it a few times, so we're going to have a bunch of errors.
There we go. Thank you.
All right, so that pick
I got to refresh.
Yeah, at any given time, you can hit refresh on the screen. It'll automatically update who's been picked and what there is.
So did you do this competition last year, Billy?
No, I did not do this one last year. I was actually new to FFWC this year. I was introduced to it by Dave, and I fell in love with the format. Actually, I like the 3 wide receiver start. It's just different from what we're used to at other sites, and then the non-tight end premium changes things as well. But I just found myself being able to accomplish builds that I like to build a little bit more over here, and take chances at tight end or quarterback because of the way the scoring differentiates. So first year doing the playoff challenge, but over here, but really liked the setup, and most importantly, I liked the payouts. So it's very league specific, right? The prizes up top aren't as heavy as you'd see at other sites, but you can win $10,000 in your league for winning your league in some of these contests. So, I mean, that's huge, right? Like $10,000 is a top prize in some of these other sites, and you can win it just from dominating your league. So that's what I really liked about it.
Absolutely.
You're on deck.
Is this a super flex, Billy, or no?
No.
Just kidding.
It's 3 wide receivers and a flex, right?
3 wide receivers and yes, correct.
Okay, perfect.
2 flex, I believe, actually.
2 flexes.
2 flex.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm interested to see some of the builds
You're on deck.
across the whole tournament to see how people end up doing it, you know?
Yeah, it's going to make it a lot easier, too, once there's rankings in here and you can actually see players and you're not having to dig deep and find people. Right. I'm sorting through, like, all sorts of teams right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on. Okay. Well, kind of worked out. I was going to draft this guy earlier, so.
Sort by points. There we go. Okay.
FFPC postseason. I'm sure you guys are putting some teams in.
Oh, yeah. I'll be on all the sites putting in teams. Closing my eyes and throwing darts. That's what I do.
I like to donate a few myself.
You're on deck.
So, Adam, curious as to the 2 quarterback build. Are you I'm looking at it. I'm assuming you may not go defense or kicker then and just try to optimize the scoring here.
I don't know about defense or kicker yet, to be honest with you. I think that so if the Bills are if the Bills are the 3 seed and the Bengals are the 4 seed, I really think the Bengals have a good shot to win their first game, beat the Titans. And if it obviously rests on, the Bills winning their first game and then beating the Chiefs or whatever. I mean, Burrow and Allen could both get me 2 or 3 games apiece, and one of them make the Super Bowl if the Chiefs don't make it. So that was kind of, I didn't realize he was going to last there that long, and I already had Boyd, so I figured let me stack it and go that route with it.
Okay, I like it.
And I don't have to pick which quarterback to start either, obviously. So,
yeah, that's true too. So, the commissioner says if you click the draft button on the left, re-enter, the sound should be turned off. Abib on the clock.
Like leave the draft room, Billy?
Yeah, I'm assuming that's what he's saying, yes.
Okay.
Or refresh your browser and re-enter.
Oh,
5 seconds, Abib.
All right. Picked. Okay, enter draft. All right, there we go.
Good pick.
And also, full disclosure, if I would have known that Burrow was going to be there in the 5th round, I probably would not have taken Allen in the 1st. You kind of got to fly by the seat of your pants here.
Yeah, there's a lot of variables right now. You know what? I'm gonna gamble here. Because if they make it, he's probably a round 1 or 2 pick. What do you think, boys?
Yeah, he'll get you enough in one game.
Yeah.
I don't
Pay off.
see. Is it on me? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm way behind here.
Let me refresh the board on my side.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Austin Eckler's who I took.
Oh, yeah. I like it.
They win, they're in, right?
Yeah, I like that pick a lot.
I think that,
Yeah, if they win, they're in. So that's a round 1/2 pick at 6-3.
Yep.
Chiefs, right? So that could be.
Yeah, 1 game is all I really need, right? Maybe 2 if they win.
And what if they win? They're 7.
Oh man, there's so many different scenarios. Like if the like technically, if Indy loses, Vegas and the Chargers could just kneel the entire game and get in, both of them. Like,
But why kneel? Why not break every single NFL record imaginable and just score 400 points apiece?
Yeah,
tie 400 for 400, and
or they could break the record for the fastest game in NFL history and just kneel every game.
They should just agree to play up to 150 points apiece and then just kneel it.
Just no defense, just 11-on-0, just throw bombs into
break every record there is.
No tackles allowed.
Right.
Let me refresh this screen over here. Okay, so Cooper went after I picked Eckler. I almost took Cooper there to stack, but then I was like, man, if Dallas is out early, I'm screwed. And then we have Devonta Smith here to Gildz for his third wide receiver. I love that you took Boyd over Cooper, Adam, like 2 rounds previous.
Listen, that's what I want to kind of talk about. Is our guys taking like players, best player, or are they going with like team build?
Well, that's the beauty about this thing, right?
Right.
Is it's you can go with stacks, you can go with teams you think are going to go the furthest, you can go with the best player available. I think there's so many different strategies here. I ultimately think it's who's going to put up the most points and go the furthest. That's the ultimate, right? But you look at like, what if Eckler puts up a 40 burger, right? Then you only need 1 week from him.
Sure.
So I'm looking at upside on these drafts.
I'm kind of trying to find a happy marriage between both strategies, but upside rules first. You got to take a little bit of risk. Like for us to take Chargers at this point, we're taking a risky bet that they end up winning this week and sneak in, but I think they will.
I think they will too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm in the minority on that one. I don't know what it is, but
You like the Raiders?
I like them at home. I think they're playing at home, and just the way they've been playing, they've been very scrappy. They get Waller back this week. There's something about the Chargers that I'm just, I don't necessarily know that they're ready to kind of take that next step. They seem to have difficulties closing out games, and the quarterback's kind of young. I mean, I don't know. It feels like it may be Derek Carr's year. You took Devin Singletary. Nice pick.
You don't think Derwin James is going to shut down Waller in his first game back?
I don't know. That hamstring, we'll see. He was supposed to shut down Kelsey, and Kelsey, did what Kelsey did. Obviously, he went out afterwards, but.
Well, yeah, that was the thing. It's like he shut down Kelsey down until he exited, and then when he exited, Kelsey went off.
Yeah, that's true. But, the Raiders seem to have been doing what they've been doing without Waller. I found it impressive that they were able to beat the Colts last week. So in a must-win game.
I think that feeling you're sensing is fear, Abib, because I got Eckler in the 6th round.
No, actually, the strategy here was actually to kind of just like, bypass all the Chargers players and then just kind of scoop up some of the later round Oakland players. Kind of gave away early. I gave that away earlier by having Waller in my queue and ended up having him auto pick. But that's kind of where I'm going with this. And it's the NFL, so who knows?
Yeah. There we go. I'll update the board. I'm surprised. Did I snipe you again?
Michelle, very
Harris, Singletary, and Michelle. All okay. That's all
gotcha.
Right. Yeah. All right. Let me go back to the drawing board.
Yeah, it's pretty unusual to be in a draft.
I was hoping for Sony right there as well.
It's unusual for me to be in drafts where running backs are the ones that are actually sliding, because usually it's the other way around. Yeah,
that's what I really like about over here. You get value at running back because everyone's pushing up wide receiver. Oh, nice.
All right, we're gonna.
I was looking at Michelle also, but I feel like Akers is could be a dark horse in the playoff if he's.
Yeah, that one has me I just feel like they'd be doing him a disservice rushing him back from that type of injury. And I know he's looked good in practice and getting back, and he's healed a lot faster than I expected even, but to just throw him back out there, I think would be a disservice to him, because if that has any chance of re-injury, I think it could end his career, quite frankly.
Well, it's unprecedented to see a running back or any player tear an Achilles and be back in 5 months. Never even heard of it before that I can recall, at least not a skill position player.
No, like you look back at players who even had the recent injury, like Mack, who it took him a little over a year to come back and wasn't even used in a full capacity. And then you had Foreman, who took about 2 years to recover from that injury when he was with the Texans, and finally was able to do something this year with Tennessee. So it's not an injury people come back from. Like typically it ends careers. And I was very shocked to even see him even at where he's at this point in his recovery phase. It's just been really remarkable, quite honestly.
Very impressive.
You're on deck.
I hope they don't push him too hard, though.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand why they push. I understand like they have ambitions to win a Super Bowl, but Sony's been filling in nicely, and like you want to rush a kid back and risk re-injury. It just doesn't seem right to me.
Are we able to search for players in this?
Yeah, so I find the best way to do it if you're on the Control F function, or you can hit the magnifying glass.
Yep.
A side pop will pop up. Type in the player's name.
Gotcha. Oh, am I on deck? Crap. Okay.
Yes. Hit search, and then when that search button pops up, their name will pop up. If you click their name, it'll add to the queue.
Tell me what I can have.
Sure. I'm on the clock now.
So, am I in the minority of thinking that the Saints,
Tell me what
win and Fran loses?
Tell me what I can
Knocking the 49ers out of the playoffs?
We'll see. Who knows?
The Saints, they have a pretty stout defense, and they're going up against I think the Falcons this week, and the 49ers have to play the Rams. The Rams are still, I think, playing for positioning and seeding, home field advantage. I feel like the Saints maybe have a better chance of making playoffs. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think in this, I went in just trying to take the players that, there's certainly an advantage to taking that risk and getting guys that aren't in yet that you can get cheaper. But I wasn't sure, so I'm just kind of going with the teams that are already in.
Yeah, we're kind of doing this Cowboy style, right? We're gambling here. We're picking players who aren't even in possibly right now. There's for those watching, like it won't be like this when you are drafting. It'll be set. You'll know which teams are in. You'll know which players are in. The player pool will be organized. All of these guys that are here tonight are doing me a favor and joining here and drafting with us tonight and getting to know the platform and the software. I almost took him, Adam. I almost took Knox.
Yeah, he might be their number 2 receiver on the team. Fantasy points.
Yeah, and if anything, he's good for 1 catch and 1 touchdown for 4 yards.
That's right. Love it.
He's so efficient at touchdowns.
Oh, is it me?
Yes.
Gabe Davis went to Gildz. All right, Abib. I'm going to just pick around. I went Theo first. Now I'm going to Abib. Walk me through your selections here, Abib. You still have a wide receiver starting spot to fill.
Yeah.
Walk me through your selections and why you made the choices.
I got a lot of wide receivers that I kind of like as far as taking late, guys I think I can get on teams that, we anticipate playing, 2+ games. So I wasn't too worried about filling that third wide receiver spot. Really, to start this draft, I was just hoping that a number of guys would fall to me, and they didn't. But I did like the Aaron Rodgers because, if I had to pick, my Super Bowl, it'd be Green Bay and the Chiefs. So as you can see, I went Rodgers and Hill. I really contemplated going Diggs and Hill there, but I felt more comfortable getting that quarterback in. and then I'll just fill in the bye week later in the draft. And then the Henry pick was more of a, stuck on the clock. But one of those picks, I think it's like a play to win pick because he's coming off an injury. We don't know how he is, but based on the timeline, based on their likely bye week, he could come back and really do some damage. So hoping to get 2+ games out of him. CEH pick was auto pick, but I had already kind of gone back on that one. So, but I don't mind the pick because again, he's on a potential team that may play 3+ games. So. And I like Michael Pittman because I think teams are really going to be trying to stop Jonathan Taylor and, watching Wentz this year as far as when he does throw the ball, albeit limited, he's always looking his way. So he's a guy that I think I'm going to be high on next year. And then Gronk was I just wanted to get a tight end, one that could potentially put up 2 to 3 touchdowns. The entire year I've been watching the Bucs defense, and every week I keep thinking that this is a good defense, and every week they seem to just, give up a lot of points. So I think we may find ourselves in a situation where there are limited targets there. Gronk may be seeing a lot of targets his way in the playoffs. And, Edmonds, Kamara pick, like we talked about the Saints, I think any team with a very, very good defense has a chance to steal a game here or there. So if I can get Kamara, this late, and the Saints are able to steal a game based off of, just defensive play, they end up playing the Rams. We've seen what Stafford has done, against subpar defenses, let alone a stout defense like the Saints. So that's kind of where I'm at. And, I'll just probably attack wide receiver later on in the draft.
Okay. I'm on the clock here. I'm trying not to time out. Not crazy about it, but how about you, Adam? Walk me through your team, your selections.
Yeah, so I went with more of a team-based approach. I don't even want to call it a strategy, but kind of whatever teams kind of fell to me, I was going to just try to load up as many guys on those teams as I could. So I got a couple Bills, I got a couple Bengals, I got a couple Packers. So and then I have Amari Cooper sprinkled in there because I needed a starting lineup. So yeah, I'm just kind of hoping for those teams to go far, and then obviously, hopefully, those players on those teams are the ones that smash. So, I mean, I don't mind giving, whatever. We're all kind of open books here, but I'll probably end up trying to continue to focus on those teams that I already have. And I'd rather have like lesser players on the teams that I have rather than shoot for guys. Because at this point, there really aren't studs left that are really going to smash. I mean, maybe I could probably find something here, but yeah, I did more of a team-based approach.
Okay. Gildz, how about you, buddy?
Similar thought process. I was looking more so at the teams that I like to make a long run or deep run. I like the Rams to actually come out and make the Super Bowl. So I was going to go Mahomes if Jody didn't go there, but I figured if I like the Rams to make it all the way, why not take Cup, right, at number 2? And then I was going to pair him with Stafford. Cherry picking guys off teams that I think are going to make deep runs. Kansas City, Buffalo. Just want to have as many players alive deep into the playoffs as you can, basically.
Oh, Abib, you sniped me. Damn you.
Yeah, I got too many. I got too many Cardinals players not to grab them.
Damn, I missed them last one. I just didn't click on the position. Hold up.
You kind of have to have a quarterback go deep, right? If you're going to win one of these things, I don't know. If your quarterback's out first week, you're probably screwed.
Yeah. Yeah, unless you just make up the positions and positional players.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, Chad won this last year or the year before?
I think year before.
Okay, yeah, that was the Niners. That's right, Niners game, Super Bowl.
I think the toughest part right now is sorting through players. Trying to find people that we think are going to be in. There we go. Okay, I got my situation.
Now, this pays out one in our league, Billy?
Yeah, so I think first place, I believe, was 500, and then from there you have a chance at 20 grand up top.
Gotcha.
Nice.
I like it because you're drafting. Like drafting for me is just like what I like to do. I'm kind of an addict. I will be the first to admit it. Hello, my name is Billy. I'm here for drafting. But the drafting experience is just the fun part for me, right? To be able to sit in a room and see what people are doing and players falling to you. It changes things than just picking picking players you think are going to go further in some of the other challenges. So I really like that aspect of drafting.
Absolutely. And do you know there's only going to be like a week worth of drafting, but will the players kind of move around based on their ADP or you think it'll end up staying once all the players get put in there?
If I understand what I think you're saying, so as soon as all the playoff spots are done, like that Sunday, like everybody, drafts will start. Like it'll immediately just start, and it'll be all the player pool will be organized with just the teams that are in the playoffs, and then from there you'll be able to arrange players based upon teams, and you'll have a clear pool. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. And I know on like some of the other, maybe even on this site, like as the off season goes, like June, July, August, people are drafting. The players move on the draft board on the ranking side. Would you know if they'll move in the week that we're drafting?
I think it's based upon rank, not necessarily ADP. So I don't think so. You're on the clock though. 18 seconds.
Yep.
Herbert and Tannehill went here at 11 and
You're on
11-1, 11-2.
This is how many rounds?
14.
14. You got
okay.
3 picks left. Oh, 3 or 4.
I pretty much win this, I guess, right? Is that what's happening?
What was that, Gildz?
Rams, Tennessee. I got a good shot to win this.
Gildz says he's got it.
Got the double stack.
That's it.
Everyone hates Tennessee. No one loves Tennessee ever.
That's true.
That pick's so gross. I can't believe I made that pick.
No, I had him queued up. He was going to be somebody I was going to take with the last pick or two. So,
wait, my defense doesn't even get a color. What's up with that?
That's
is that just typed it in?
You know,
is that what happened?
Did you hit? Or no? I think you hit kicker, dude. That's team kicker.
Oh, kicker. Either way, that's fine.
And kicker lives don't matter, anyways.
No.
So Scott says player rankings lock on Sunday night, but we'll have an ADP report. There's your answer.
Awesome. Love it.
The Grayson pick, Abib. Sneaky.
I played him in DFS last week. I had to. That's my guy.
I won like $300 the week McKenzie went off. I had him in every lineup. I never win big. I was like, I primarily play 50-50, so I only enter a couple tournament plays.
All right. I'm hoping this guy's not hurt.
Sanders.
Nice pick this late.
Now here comes the decisions. Do we draft defenses and kickers or do we not? This is tough.
I'm gonna go for it. I don't want to take a 0.
I got snaked on QB too. I guess I'm just going only Brady.
Who was yours? Who sniped you?
I mean, I was hoping for Tannehill, and then I had Mac Jones if Tannehill was taken. You guys both took him, so I like the Tannehill pick a lot this late because they could play multiple games.
Yeah, I like that pick a lot too. I was hoping he's going to make it back, and he didn't.
No, Dad. I want to stay.
Okay, Dallas defense went next. Gildz is up. Gildz takes Kansas City Chiefs defense. Or kicker, sorry, Butker.
Yeah.
Gild's son is saying hi. He says that he's going to take down the 2-time champ, Abib.
That's right.
Oh, is it me again, Dan? You need to pay attention.
He said, Daddy, don't do 0 RB. It never wins. Teaching his kid as much as I can at a young age. All right.
Ooh, the Hunter pick. I like it.
Our defense is pretty high scoring in these formats. I know on some other sites they're pretty much like, I mean, you probably could punt them on some other sites because they don't really score a ton.
It's average.
Yeah.
I mean, look what Chicago did last week. Every site, it's like 20 plus points, right?
Yeah.
And you have. I think that I would rather not take a 0 at the position when you can get 8 to 10 points a week, possibly.
Yeah.
Maybe more. Adams on the clock.
All right.
This pick is a purely hedge play because if the Chargers lose, then I'm kind of screwed with Eckler and Mike Williams. And so this pick here is a purely hedge pick.
Go all in with the Chargers. It's what you got to do.
No, I took Waller. There.
Ah,
Gotcha, Abib.
oh, stick to your guns, man. Come on. Oh,
That's a sneaky pick if they make it.
yeah.
Otherwise, it's 0. It doesn't matter. But
no, I don't want that pick.
Is everyone pretty much trying to pick a kicker and a defense, or are a few of y'all gonna punt?
Scott says our defense is almost non-existent unless you shut somebody out or get a pick 6. There you go.
Glad I took 2 of them.
I didn't mean to take.
I'm trying to go against my instinct, be a team player here, and fill out a lineup properly. But I would rather have taken upside with position guys.
You don't have to fill a roster. That's the whole thing. You can take positional players.
Do it.
It says stopped on my end. I guess I cannot pick.
Something happened. Hold up.
No, it's all right. I didn't mean to take a D, but whatever. It's cool.
Make him pick.
Yeah, you can make a pick now. Yep.
All right.
Ooh, I like the pick. Good kicker. Good kicker. We're talking about kickers now. That's when you know we're near the end of the draft. Yeah, then there's the follow up with the defensive scoring right there for you, Adam.
Okay.
Steelers D got how many sacks, right?
Yep. 1 million.
They had more sacks than they had completions.
Right.
Antonio Brown is having high ankle surgery.
He
was hopping around just fine in the end zone, okay?
He probably did that stuff just for grievances.
Ay.
When are we?
Do I want to?
Be drafting again, guys.
Yeah, we should do one. We should all do one next week again. Let's just all log in. We'll do it next week.
I'm in. Let me know.
And
let's run it back. Let's run it back.
We'll all get in here, and then we know which teams are actually in here.
Yep.
Oh my god, my dream come true. My kicker of choice.
My kicker of choice.
I missed this comment earlier. There's running back 13 in round 14. 13, 14. Who took him? Oh, Jacobs.
14-13. Yeah.
It could be running back like non-existent though, too.
I mean,
Right. Mm-hmm.
yeah. I mean, Retro and Jacobs picks could be double zeros right there, but I took them.
I saw a funny meme today. It was Chuck Norris threw a punch at Hunter Renfrow and he caught it for a touchdown. Oh, the Wilson pick. I actually thought about that.
Good pick.
Yeah, especially with Gallup out.
Yeah, he looked good. That's why I kind of went with Schultz there too. Because I think one of those guys will smash every game they play. I think.
Yep. I'm hoping that they're not one and done this year.
Well, now that I look at the second half of my draft, I completely agree with you.
Especially when you were 0 running back or 0 wide receiver in a 3 wide receiver league start. You made up nicely. So real talk.
I like the Wesley pick from Abib right there.
He's been dynamite lately.
Yeah. I mean, I don't necessarily know that Cardinals will win more than one game, but if they do, the Cardinals stack.
He has looked the part though, like filling in nicely in his time. I think that he's been pretty sneaky good.
Yeah, you may have the stats behind it, but he's pretty much lined up on that left side with D-Hop. I'd like to see him run some, more possession type routes, some 10-yard in slants and stuff like that. But, when they're going deep, they're not looking really towards AJ Green.
Well, and red zone, like he's been the red zone target as well, which is money, especially in a tournament like this that's going to be pretty touchdown heavy. I think that's going to separate the winners from the losers. All right, so we have the final board. So before we all get off here, let's take a look here. Jody went with Mahomes, Taylor, Chase, Fournette, Debo, Allen, Harris, Myers, Mitchell, Goddard, Herbert, Henry, Bucks, and Akers. I like it. I think it's a overall good squad. Anything, Jody, here that you feel needs explaining or that you want to kind of talk about?
I'm a little thin at wide receiver, but I kind of expected that in this format. That was the gamble you take when you go quarterback 101. But like I said at the top of the show, math to me is with Mahomes, because I'm expecting the Chiefs and probably the Bucks at this point. The NFC to me is a little bit more wide open, but I kind of favor the Chiefs come out of AFC. So that was my thought processes there. In all reality, in this format, I probably wouldn't have taken a defense or a kicker. I'd be willing to take the zeros there, but I'm happy with my backfield and not so happy with my wide receivers.
Okay, Gildz goes Kupp, Brown, Stafford, Elliott, Kittle, Smith, Singletary, my boy Gabe Davis, Williams, Ayuk, or Ayuk, as I like to say, Tannehill, Chiefs, Niners, and Moss. Gills, why don't you walk us through the build? Anything that you want to explain?
AFC is pretty much Kansas City, Buffalo. I'm not going to load up on those teams. Sprinkled in a little bit Tennessee there, but I think, as Jody said, the NFC is a little more wide open. So I feel like just grabbing pieces off any of those teams. I do like the Rams to make it there, but I don't have any Packers, which scares me. So this could be a brutal team, or it could be good. We'll see.
Okay. Adam goes Josh Allen, Mixon, Jones, Boyd, Burrow, Cooper, Beasley, Knox, Lazard, Schultz, Cowboys, kicker, Cowboys defense, Bills defense, and then Wilson. Why don't you walk us through, Adam?
Like I said, I went with a team-based approach. I really, now that I'm looking it over, I am rooting for probably a Bengals Packers Super Bowl with only 2 running backs. Or at least if one of them makes it and the other one makes it to the championship game, I could be okay without a running back in the Super Bowl. But again, it's about amount of games, not necessarily making it to the Super Bowl. So if they each, if the Packers make the Super Bowl and the Bengals make it the AFC Championship game, I think I got enough games between my running backs. I just try to stock up on teams. So I'll probably do the same type of approach the next time I do it. Maybe not the same teams, but the same style of going team-based.
Okay, so you went Mixon over JT. Was that purely team-based or what was the reasoning there?
Yeah, because I think, like I said, I think the Bengals. I really don't like the Titans. So I think if the Bengals get the 4 seed and they can win the first round, I think they can win the second round. They're really hot right now too. That offense can explode. So I just preferred them.
Okay, you meant Indy, not Titans, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
I went Adams, Evans, Lamb, Prescott, Connor Eckler, Michelle, Jefferson, Higbee, Williams, Jones, Packers defense, Waller, and Rams. For me, knowing the format, I wanted to get 3 wide receivers out there. I knew that, I had a bye with Adams. I wanted to fill that spot in with another receiver with Jefferson later. Ended up, I was hoping that actually Rodgers would slip back to me and I'd be able to get Adams and Rodgers, but Abib sniped me there. So I'm glad I sniped you the rest of the way because you got me round 1 to 2. And then took a couple gambles at running back with Eckler there, and then just hoping that they actually win this week and that will end up being a pick of value. So my reasoning there. But any questions on my build, boys? No. Okay, great.
No,
Abib.
I like it.
Abib went Rogers, Hill, Henry, CEH, Pittman, Gronkowski, Edmonds, Kamara, Ertz, Murray, Grayson, Sanders, Bills kicker, and then Wesley Arizona. Why don't you walk us through it?
Yeah, so this is like most of you guys, I kind of went with picking guys who I thought were going to play multiple games and ideally making it to the Super Bowl. Then in rounds 3 and thereafter, it kind of ran into just some issues in terms of players that were available, and it just sort of kind of naturally built itself to where I ended up taking a number of Cardinals. So that's why you see the late Kyler Murray pick, which I think is still somewhat of a late pick for the potential that he has for upside. So, although I kind of started off wanting to, get a bunch of Green Bay Packers on my team, I think what I'll be rooting for is Cardinals pulling out an upset, hopefully getting 3 games. And then I like some of the late round wide receivers. I think they all have potential to, put up some spot weeks. So hopefully that wide receiver 3 position will be filled with double-digit points throughout.
Okay, Theo went Kelsey, Diggs, Brady, Higgins, AJ Dillon, Beckham, Kirk, Pollard, Stevenson, MVS. Don't even get me started on Tyler Johnson. I'll get back to that later. Hunter Renfrow, Bucks, and Jacobs. Walk us through your team here, Theo.
Yes, I wanted to get the firepower at the start of the draft when it looked like the Allens and the Rodgers were gone. I probably would have considered a quarterback at 6 overall, but I didn't want to push somebody up. So getting Kelsey, Diggs there, I'm very bullish on Kansas City and Buffalo in the playoffs. So I think those guys could each have massive playoff runs. I'm probably going to have a lot of exposure to AJ Dillon in any postseason contest I do. I just like the way he's playing now. I think that he could have a really nice playoffs. And then I wanted to have depth at wide receiver. I like what you did, Billy, where you started with 3 wide receivers. I think that's very viable in this kind of format. But for me, I kind of made up for it in volume of wide receivers. I like getting Johnson and MVS late. I think that helped me. I'm just extremely, extremely thin at running back. I'm really relying on AJ Dillon right now. But I don't hate it. I think if I was doing this again, I would have tried to get a second running back. Kind of like Adam's thin at running back, but he's got guys that are guys that are locked in, and I really only have one right now. So I don't hate it. I need some things to break my way, though.
Okay, I'm going to put you guys all on the spot now. List your favorite team. I'm going to start with Jody here. Jody, who's your favorite team? Take a minute or two.
Billy, I thought you did a good job picking up sleepers and things. You always had guys like right when I was thinking, oh, man, I'm going to sneak this guy by, and you would get him. So based on that alone, let's go with your team.
Ooh, I like it. Okay, good pick. How about Gildz?
I think a lot of the teams are pretty strong here. I like how he has Rodgers and Tyreek Hill getting four games at a Hill could be pretty massive there. So if you get the Green Bay KC, I mean that's a tough team to beat there. So.
Okay, Adam, how about you, buddy?
Yeah, I was going to say Abib's as well. Rodgers, being able to get, if you can get Rodgers with a bunch of games, obviously, and then Tyreek, if you get like a Packers Chiefs Super Bowl, you got Edwards-Helaire, I think he could have do some damage in the Super Bowl there, and plus he has Murray too, where if maybe Rodgers doesn't have a great game, Murray might smash and only have one game, but could have a monster.
Okay, I'm gonna pick, and the rule is you can't pick yourself, so I'm gonna pick Gildz. I like the wide receivers that you selected in a 3 wide receiver league with a flex spot. I think you're going to need the wide receiver volume that you have as well as the talent that you have. I mean, getting the weeks that you're going to get out of Cup, and if Tennessee is able to, progress, I think that you're going to have two of the top wide receivers here in the playoffs, and then on top of it, you have other fill-ins as well. So I like the pick. I like the Singletary as running back as well with Williams there. We don't know what's going on with Krautwurst, how long he's going to be out, so that's a sneaky pick as well. And if Elliott's able to fall into the end zone like he's been able to, I think it's a pretty damn good team. Abib, how about you?
I can't pick my team. No,
cannot pick your team.
I think I like Gild's team as well. The only thing like hesitation that I have, and again, like anything can happen any given Sunday, and I'm definitely probably in the minority in this, is I do think the Saints end up in the playoffs and the 49ers are out. But if the 49ers are in, I absolutely love his team. I love the wide receivers, A.J. Brown on any given week can smash. And then I really like the Singletary pick. I thought that was him and Sony Michel were guys that I was just, kind of hoping to snag in these mid to later rounds. Obviously being in a draft full of sharks, it's a hard thing to do. And yeah, Darrell Williams is like one of those picks where, if CH is healthy or gets hurt again, it's a great pick. And again, going Kittle and Ayuk, that's basically, I like the idea if you're saying San Francisco is going to be in, go ahead and go in on them and not hedge there. So I like that. And the Moss pick is like, the Hail Mary pick. I don't mind having Singletary and Zach Moss there because they both, could potentially score or put up points any given week.
Wait, there's sharks in here? Theo, how about you, buddy? Theo, you there?
It's a tough one. I like what a few people did, but I think I'm probably – yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I think I would probably go with Abib. I like Abib's team. I like where he got Aaron Rodgers. I think that's great value. Green Bay, I think, makes the Super Bowl. And then I like where he got Michael Pittman. I think that was a sneaky pick. And then I like how he balanced out his team at the end with Grayson Sanders and Wesley to give himself some wide receiver depth. But I like a few builds here. I think this was a tough draft, but I would probably go Abib if I had to pick one.
All right, Abib, don't disappoint here. Just want to say thank you, everybody, for hopping on the draft. Look forward. Let's do a follow-up next week with everybody since we got teams. We'll know the final teams here on Sunday. So thanks, everybody, for joining. Anybody want to say anything before we get off? Nope. Quiet faces. Nope. Abib, see you going there?
Yeah, thank you guys for putting this on. Yeah, thanks for putting this on.
You're welcome, boys. Let's wish us all best of luck.
Thanks for having us, Billy.
Hopefully one of us wins $20,000 up top with random playoff builds here. Took a lot of maneuvering and guessing, and this is going to be a lot harder than the regular challenge. So thank you all for divulging my addiction / I guess craziness to do this right now. So I just want to say thank you all for joining, and we'll see you all back next week here on Grind Time. Have a good night.